Well, hello, and hopefully everybody's having a good afternoon. Video on another plane. This one is a Sembo Blocks J-15 Shenyang J-15 Flying Shark. Um, as far as instructions, just like the last two Sembos, very concise, very good. The kit came with two figures, and don't be freaked out. One figure don't have a head because I'll show you why he's in the plane. Ground crew figure, the same kind of articulation that the other Sembos have. They're better, like I said, than Lego figures, I believe. Here's the thing that don't freak out: the headless pilot. Because the head of the pilot is actually in the aircraft. It's the way he was set up. This aircraft is an all-weather 4.5 generation multi-role fighter based upon the Soviet Su-33 Sukhoi fighter plane. Basically, China wanted to buy these from Russia. And they withdrew from talks with Russia to buy them because Russia wanted large payments to reset up production to build 50 of these aircraft and a commitment for 50 of them. China believed the plane would become obsolete. So in 2001, they were able to get from Ukraine an unfinished Su-33, which they back engineered, which you have right here. It has folding wings, which I shall unfold. And there it is. Let me see if I can do this without anything falling off. Because you never know with these kits. But basically that's what this is. It was designed to fly off of their Liaoning and the other aircraft carrier that they have with the ski jump, so they could get up in the air fairly quick. Same, I think the Russians use, and I think they're going to use these also on the Fujian, their new super carrier. It would basically, I consider this a naval-capable fighter for China's naval air arm. It's structurally reinforced for carrier landings. It's equal to an F-18 Super Hornet, air-to-air kind of, but the ability to attack land and sea targets it's inferior to the Hornet. And an engine just popped off. I knew that was going to happen. Happens all the time. Bear with me for 1 second. Oh, I can continue the narrative. Oh, I hate this. Trying to make these things as professional as I can, but here we go. Give me a second. I shall place it back. I'm not retracting the landing gear because I think if I do, it'd be kind of chaotic. I just want to have this so I can display everything. Basic stats of this aircraft. Let me see what we got here. Get the engine back on, which I did. Basic stats. Maximum speed of 1,400 miles an hour, which is Mach 2.17. A range of 2,200 miles, ferry miles. And actual combat was a combat range to be 790. Service ceiling of 59,000 feet. I mean, not a bad plane. I mean, it seems like it could do everything that it's supposed to do. It has carrier equipment on it. A arrestor hook. I'll show you if I can turn it upside down without it falling. Yeah, give me a second. These are tricky with folding wings because they'll fold back up and give you all kind of misery. But there you go. The little orange thing. It does have an arrestor hook, and it is a carrier-capable plane. Armament is 130 millimeter GSH 30-1 cannon with 150 rounds. It's in the wing group. Right up there. It has various missiles on it. It has the PL-15 long range, the P-12 medium, and the P-10 and PL-8 short range, which are these kind of like Sidewinders. These are kind of like Matra. These are some kind of Chinese thing, I don't know. It has anti-ship standoff. It has ASC radar. It has fly-by-wire. It has an internal data bus that's able to process and put things in pretty good. It's mainly used by the Chinese Navy. It's not been exported like the J-35 will be exported. I'm going to try to get the landing gear up so I can give you a better look at the whole thing. Bear with me for a second, but you can see this while I'm doing this. And I'll keep the landing gear up then. One of the things that's nice about these kits are the ability to retract the landing gear. A lot of these kits you don't. Kobe has it, and then they stopped doing it. They went to more of a configuration like Corgi where you pop it out and put it in, which isn't bad, I guess, but I like when you can fully retract it within the aircraft, which Kobe does in some of theirs. But like most of the jets, it's just you take it off and with or without. There you go, all folded up. But it looks very, very Russian. But it's a lot of composite parts. It's Chinese avionics, and I don't know. It's got Chinese engines. On paper, they look fine, but they had problems with this. This is also one of the first carrier planes that the female Chinese pilots flew, and the problem with it is they had accidents, and many of them got killed. Now, they're not going to keep this plane for long because they've come up with the J-35, which is similar to the F-35s. It's not Mach 2 like this. It's under Mach 2. But I think it's a more modern and more superior aircraft to this one. I mean, you have Chinese avionics. Are they good? I don't know. Are they? Do you have a Chinese phone or electronics? I mean, that could be the judge, I guess. They should be. I mean, would I take this over, say, a Russian plane? I mean, they're cheaper if you're going to go buy them to supply your military with a fighter plane. And I'm sure the Chinese would love to work out a deal because for all that you see, I mean, to me, China looks like one big department store and everybody in there like salespeople hawking how great their products are. Then what you find out is if they're in actual combat and you see what they do. This has not been in actual combat. I know that joint Chinese Paki fighter plane was supposedly shot at Rafale, an Indian Rafale, down during that little India-Pakistan thing a while back. But I mean, Pakistan theoretically could get planes like this because they are allied with China. And just by looking at it, it's like I said, it's a Sukhoi, but it's an updated, modified one with Chinese electronics, Chinese missiles, and Chinese systems. If everything integrates good and the serial bus that connects it all together works, it could be a good plane. And I don't know. I could see like countries like Bangladesh and countries like that rely on China for hardware, military hardware, may buy these. I mean, would you see these in Africa or someplace close to here? I don't know. Maybe Brazil. Brazil's friendly with China. But I mean, countries that would be friendly with China. And let me open the cockpit up so you can see the pilot figure. He's sitting in here. His head is, at least. The one thing I like about these kits, I can't get it open. Hang on. Is in the Kobe kits when it's the torso, I mean, they kind of flop around. These secure pretty well. There's a torso secure one in the J-35. This one is for the head. But there's the pilot's head. But it sinks in pretty nice. The interior of the cockpit is pretty good. And the engine's coming off again. I do this with the Kobe jet fighter planes too. You touch them and then they pop off. But there you have it. A Shenyang F-35, a Shenyang J-15 Flying Shark. Naval Fleet Defense Fighter, whatever they're calling it. You might see this, like I said, in some third world country in some export form, not with top of the line Chinese avionics, but who knows. So I have a video, a World War II airplane video, aircraft combat coming in a day or so. I got to put the video together, and I thought about the theaters. As World War II is so, I don't know, over compensating too many things. So I basically looked at two planes, the Macchi C-202, the Italian fighter plane, one of their best planes, and the Spitfire Mark V-B. And the geographic area would be Malta in the Mediterranean, which is between basically Europe and North Africa. And it was a British base, and there were some really severe air battles and some of the most intense bombing of World War II. I was basically going to have it just showing you the two planes, but there are other planes that were kind of involved. So I may have them involved with it, but I will have that video ready to be seen either tomorrow or Sunday. And a little bit longer, but I'll have a little bit more detail and be a little bit more interesting for those that are in like World War II kind of scenarios. And I'll try to make it as accurate as I can historically, but the main thing here is the aircraft that were involved. And it'd be mulched from like a late 41 through 42 up to the time of Operation Torch when we invaded North Africa, and then the base became even more important, and the actual attacks on its seas. But I'll have that in that video. But that's about it. I got a few more little odds and end things that I might do. I might have another tank coming, and I'm toying with the idea of a T-72 MiG-29, the Kobe kits, East German, because I really haven't shown much of that. A lot of the equipment that you see out fighting now, especially like in Ukraine and other parts of the world, are MiG-29s, T-72 tanks. So I'm going to leave this at that, and thank you for watching, and I will have more videos coming up in a lot sooner fashion than I've been. Thank you.